Do I have a juicy one for you guys today? I hope you guys are ready to learn how to draw bodies. Super, super cool with a new heart method. So let's do this. Hello, everybody. My name is Rodgon. I'm an artist, a teacher, a mentor, a designer, cartoonist, illustrator, whatever the hell you want to call me. And today we are going to draw something really, really cool. I have discovered over the last day or so a very fun new way to draw bodies. And I've been testing this nonstop for the last day or so, just to see if it actually works or if it's just something that stylizes things. Nah, it works. It works. It works nice. It works really, really, really nice. And today, that is going to be our lesson. Most of the time, I let you guys choose your lesson. Not today. You guys are going to be taught this because this is important. And this is going to help you immensely to locate different parts of the body in very fun, entertaining ways. So posing is going to be a little bit easier. Human bodies are going to be easier. Anything that looks remotely like a human will be easier. And by the end of today's sketch session, you guys will be just better artists, just because this makes sense. So I want you guys to go grab your sketchbooks. I want you guys to go grab something to draw with. If you are not yet familiar with how I teach my classes, I do one or so hour long lessons, sometimes 2 hours, depending on how long we're going to be here. And all I require from the people that come join me is that you guys like my stream. So make sure to hit that heart button. I need you guys to share the stream as well, please. And I need a few dedicated people here to remind other people to do so throughout the stream. I don't have any moderators yet, so I don't know how to do moderators and stuff like that yet. And honestly, it's just daunting. So I'm going to require some assistance, my teacher's aides, whoever wants to be my teacher's aide today and is going to stay for the lesson. Please do me a huge favor and let people know to please share and like the stream as often as you can. That way we can reach more people. That way we can reach into the thousands. And then we can just have everybody learn these things because they help. These little things help a lot. And I think that any single time that I can help someone's mind click, I think we should get as many people as we can in there. So please share the stream. We'll start when we have 200 people. When we get to 50 shares and when we get to 6,000 hearts. We will get to that. You guys always crush the hearts. The shares are the ones that lack. So while you guys get to those numbers, I'm just going to show you guys how cool it is to just draw two intersecting hearts. And then this gives you your collarbone. It gives you your hip holes. It gives you your ab line. It gives you your rib cage. It gives you your shoulders. And it gives you everything. It's so cool, right? And then you just change the shape of the heart if you don't want your shoulders so high up, or if you want a character that has different proportions, you just change those hearts. And it works so good. It works so good. And I can't wait to share you guys. But we are not getting to the shares because nobody ever shares the stream. See, the way that I see it, and the way that the reason that I don't worry so much about asking you guys for this, right? It's because I'm actually giving you guys information you guys can actually use. Right? You guys are actually going to be able to make use of this for the rest of your lives. So if you guys help me every time, I don't have to do this and then the lessons just go quicker. You know what I mean? So like if I don't have to like do like the whole wait and dance thing because you guys just do it without me asking, then we just get into it. I've found like the secret numbers that come into play. 50 shares tend to be how Instagram starts sharing my stuff with other people. At around 10,000 shares, that's when it constantly just keeps refreshing. And that's like that's like the numbers that I need to reach roughly every single time that I stream if I want to be like having it good. So next hearts. Let's change the direction of the heart. And they're not even like super hearty shaped. They're just now like normal shaped. Rib cage, midlines, hip bones, collarbone, which gives me my neck space, and it gives me my arms. Ta-da! So yes, it works really well. And we have crushed the man. Woohoo! Okay, let's start our lesson. So let's talk a little bit about the heart shape method. We'll call it the two hearts shape method. The two hearts method. There you go. That sounds better. Boom, 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 boom. So essentially, you are creating two hearts interlocking with each other. So let's walk about, let's zoom in so you guys have more view. Oh, you love my YouTube channel. Woohoo, thank you. I appreciate it. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to set a midline. You don't even need to do this, but like a lot of people call this the action line. I just like to have some sort of guide to be able to draw my first shape. So this is going to dictate how my first heart is going to be shaped. In this case, I wanted to go with like a 3/4 view, so I draw the middle part in a 3/4 view angle. If I was going to draw somebody from a front view, it would be just equal on both sides. And the farther you get to the edge, the bigger one side is than the other. So this is 3/4. This is more almost profile, not quite. I don't like drawing complete profiles, but we'll just call it almost profile, and then front and back. So once we have this, the other heart is just going to intersect it. It'll keep them the same size just for, like shits and giggles. Okay, so now we have this same shape like that. What does that tell us though? Like this just looks like gibberish to me, Rod. So, but no, hold on. This gives you everything. Let me explain how. The first thing that it tells you is your collarbone. So this is already going to tell you the middle of your rib cage. This is going to be both your shoulders and your collarbone. So we need to figure out a couple different things before. This intersecting part is going to be the middle of your rib cage. And it's going to be very consistent. This bottom one is going to be your belly button. Here, the bottom part right here, that's your crotch. That's going to be where your crotch goes. Right? This is your butt cheek and your thigh. So you get to choose. You get to choose how you draw your thigh in general, and that's going to end up being like a little cylinder connecting the two little sides of the heart. So you're going to have your bottom heart. That's going to be your crotch, and you're going to draw a little cylinder across, and then you're going to cut it off wherever you want your legs to go. Right? So we're going to have our crotch. I want my legs to go right there, and it's just a cylinder. Right here, I want my legs to come out from there, and it's going to be a cylinder. And then you just, okay, so we have here, and then what's the next step? What's the next step, Rod? Let's see. We can just connect it, but then right here, we need an indication of the arm and the shoulder distribution. So we need to come up with an extra step from here. So we need to create the roundness of the rib cage. And we can do that from the belly button to our collarbone. Cool. And now we have shoulders that allow us to draw our arms from there. We have our shoulders that allow us to move our arms. In this case, it's very high up, right? It's like she's like scrunching her arms. But if you bring that heart down, it just evens it out a little bit more. Yeah, we're just developing this like together, guys. Like I'm definitely just I know that I can figure it out just intuitively, but I'm trying to figure out a way to explain it to you guys in a very efficient way. So again, let's try it again. Let's draw another heart, intersecting heart. This is the belly button. That is the only landmark that I know that lands perfectly. That's the belly button if this is the upper rib cage. This is the collarbone. This is my hip area. I'm going to do one going this way, going that way, just to test both out. That becomes my little pelvic bowl, which means that my legs come out from there into whatever perspective I want to send them to. Then from here, middle of the rib cage, and then from this intersection to the collarbone, we can make that the rib cage. No, wrong. We have to go from here, or we just gotta close the circle here to give ourselves the next space. And then we finish off our rib cage by connecting the belly button to the... Yep, there it is. That's it. Okay, so let me explain it because it just got confusing. So we're going to have our heart. We're going to have another heart. And we're going to do this. We're going to close it off to create the space for our neck. Perfect. Oh my God, that works so nice. That is awesome. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here, and that creates our... No, that doesn't create our crotch. That just creates like the spacing for like skirts and stuff like that. Huh. Yeah, because your crotch is over here. It's at the bottom of the heart. So if that is that, if you follow it through, that becomes like a skirt or dress line. It's kind of works, kind of cool, I guess. Here we did say from the belly button to the back of the rib cage would be, that's our rib cage, and then we have whatever booty. Cool. So now let's play with that, but we'll actually adjust the proportions to be more like a female pinup style. So we're gonna have a small heart into a bigger heart because we want bigger hips. And then let's start putting things together. Belly button, hip bones. It gives me the distance for my thighs. Collarbone. Close it off, rib cage. Cool, that actually works. And then from here, you make another little heart to create the breasts. Oh my God, this works so nicely. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. Awesome. Okay, let's try to push it more. Let's try like different angles. Let's try like super exaggerated ones. Let's try like, what would that do? We still have to intersect them. So if we're looking at it like this, what I'm looking at is a leg coming this way, a leg maybe going that way, and then this seems like it's the back. So maybe the character is doing like some cool action pose or something. Maybe push-ups and doing like a kick. Give it a ponytail. Yeah, this works really good. Like, really, really good. Like, huh. Huh. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be a hell yeah for this method, guys. Um, yeah, that's a definite yes. Yeah, most of the time we like, yeah, come up with little things and theories and stuff like that. But nope, no, this helps. This helps a lot. This is yeah. Okay, cool. We have discovered a new way to draw bodies. Really, really cool. Wow. Awesome. That's all I'm gonna say. Awesome. Let's draw. Let's push it more. Let's push it more. Let's let's see what that does. What does that do? So that could be. This could be the top of the rib cage. This could be the top of the booty. Looking down. This closed off gives me my neck muscle. From there, another heart gives me my boobs. And then that just gave us a really nice twisty up looking angle. Wow. Wow, that was so easy. That was so easy. Oh my God. Wow. Okay, yesterday I was the same way. I was like flabbergasted by just like the basic realization that two little hearts would make this, right? But sometimes whenever you have like a theory or a concept, it doesn't quite apply necessarily to every single way of drawing. It just doesn't normally end up working like that. So as you figure something that actually does work, it's just quite cool to see that happen. And when things click, it's just like, wow. Like, things have not clicked for me in so long. Just because most of the time I'm a slightly more advanced artist. So it's harder for me to find those things that really do inspire me, you know, like, and make things click. But when I make it happen for myself, it's like, huh, cool. I was not expecting that, but hey, cool. Quite ironic since love doesn't fix everything. Hey, you know that the basic heart shape is not based on like a heart, right? Like this shape, I learned this from the Big Bang Theory. So that shape was based on a woman's buttocks. That is essentially what that little heart is like supposed to be based on. The booty. So it's not the heart. Like our hearts, an actual heart is like not even close to what a heart is looks like this. It's like a really not so attractive organ. So, oh wait, hold on. Double hearts. Oh yeah, that gives us our shoulders, our rib cage, the back of our head. Oh, I really like this method. You can draw little hearts for the thighs too. So heart into a heart into a heart. It's all hearts. Yeah, that's two hearts that unite. So two hearts that meet in the middle. In this case, it was this one and this one. So as long as you have some intersecting part, you get the shapes you need. So let's try it again. Let's try heart number 1, and then let's draw heart number 2. Middle line. Let's see, belly button. Then hip bones. If I want a male character, I guess I can just angle them less so that you have less of a curvature. Whenever you're like drawing your characters. If you don't have an hourglass shape to them, it's gonna look more male. If you apply an hourglass shape to it and you raise the hips right here from this, instead of being flatter, you raise it and you give the little hourglass shape, you end up with a girl body. Just to give you guys an idea of how strong this is. So male and female approved. Ta-da! And remember, for boobs, it's just another heart from the back of the neck. And that's boobs. Woohoo! Is it only you or what? Is it like lagging again? Sometimes it lags. It's just my internet. Can you tell I use this method a lot? Oh yeah, nice. Who taught you the method? Where'd you learn it from? Ah. All right. Who taught you the method? I want to know. Is it only you? Can you do head? Oh yeah, we can do the face. You can do the face with the heart too. Yeah, I was doing that this morning on a practice pinup that I'll post up later. But if you have a heart in your face, this also gives you a lot of information. It's very similar to the mask method. It gives you your eyebrows, your cheekbones, your midline. So it gives you a lot of information. If you intersect two hearts as well for the face, then it gives you your nose pocket, your mouth limitations, and it also just provides you your temples and stuff like that as well. So you can draw faces with a heart. Change the shape of the heart so you have different eyebrows. But you can definitely use the heart shape to draw faces. Can you tell about chubby people? Yeah. So what we're drawing essentially is just the skeletal system, right? We're not drawing any muscles yet. So whenever you are actually drawing these things, what we're replicating right now is just the skeletal system. So if you want to draw somebody that's chubby, you just have to add to your skeletal system. So in this case, it's just the skeleton. Like it's the bones and the very bare minimum of like body, right? If you want to make a person fat, you just have to add body volume to them. You have to add volume to their body parts. If you want them bigger, you just add more. So instead of having your normal leg like that, you would just create as much volume as you wish to give it. But you already have your base shape. See what I mean? As long as you have your base shape, you can draw a person skinny, or you can draw a person bigger by just giving them more muscle, like more, not muscle, more just volume. There you go. Thank you, Andrea. All right, guys, as we continue our lesson, please make sure that you guys are both liking the stream and sharing the stream if you guys can. We have only gotten 22 shares with over 300 people in the chat at most times. So let's make sure that you guys hit that share button as much as you guys can, if you guys can do it, please. That is your admission ticket. That is literally the only admission ticket that I ask. All right, let's try to like play around a little bit more. Let's see. I keep dropping everything. That's why I don't like big sketchbooks. Like big sketchbooks, like, okay, this one's like here, let me show you. So this one right here, it's a Danique sketchbook, and they're really beautiful. They have smaller sizes, but I wanted to use the big one just to fill it up because I started it as an animal book. It was just going to be animals. Like I was just going to go to the zoo and draw animals and stuff like that. But I just never got to, and then I went to Scotland. So I never really got to like finish it up. So it started off as animals, and then it just became lessons. And then we drew an entire book of lessons. An entire book of just lessons. So yeah, but I keep knocking everything out. I just keep pushing it, and I accidentally push my stuff off the table. I'm like a cat. Oh, and look at my Vicky. Oh, I get to see her. I get to see her soon. I'm gonna go visit her in November. But yeah. Wow, tiki inspirations. Anyways, are you selling? Yeah, I'm going to scan it, and then I'm gonna like edit it, make it look all pretty, add some extra lessons in it, and then just make it like 100 pages worth of quick lessons. I think 100 pages is like the magic number for people. Like I think it's just the right amount that you get like your value, but at the same time like you make it worth it. 2 hearts. What should we do this time? Let's do a back view. How about that? Like instead of a front view, we're doing all front views. Back view. With the front view, this means it's the belly button right here. With the back view, this means this is the top of the rib cage. And then this is where your booty muscles tuck into your rib cage. We complete the circle so that we have the back of our spine. That means that our head is going to be around here somewhere. Then we have the midline is going to be our spinal cord. It takes us all the way down to our butt crack. Then we still have our hip bones. And then this is our butt. So this is the width of our booty. We don't have to add extra booty with this method. That is the booty. So every single time that I start a new sketchbook, though, I choose an actual theme to work on. So guess what? Guess what our next theme is going to be? This one was anatomy. So this whole theme for this entire last 3 sketchbooks have been anatomy because I wanted to nail that shit down. Right? That was the reason why I chose anatomy, and I stuck with it so long. It was like 1.5 to 2 years. That was just literally mostly anatomy drawings. So, but guess what? I feel confident enough with my anatomy now that I'm going to be able to stylize stuff now. And so, this next book that's coming up is going to essentially, this next sketchbook is going to just be exploring finding your style. I'm going to literally just explore, and I'm going to dissect so many different styles. I'm going to break them down into foundations, and I'm just going to explore and have a fun time drawing all my original characters in many different styles until I find the perfect thing for me to draw my projects in. And that is going to be the entire sketchbook. So just strap in, because that one's going to be fun. That one's going to be really, really, really fun. And with any luck, we develop some amazing artwork within it that we can use for our first convention circuit that we were going to plan for 2024. If the whole world hasn't gone to shit by then. Okay, let's draw somebody sitting down. So if you're sitting down, where's your butt? Your butt's right here when you're sitting down. So a sitting down pose would involve the heart being like that. Or like that. I think like that would work. Yeah, that works. Let's make this leg go this way. Sometimes it helps to draw the end result, like where you want your element to end, aka the hand or the foot. Draw the foot first, especially if you're going to take it into foreshortening. And once you understand where it starts and what it ends, it should be easier for you to just draw your cylinders and use your foreshortening in that method. Yep, that's the way you draw the heart if you want to draw the legs down. Heart from the back of the neck gives me boobies. Yeah, this works really good. This works really, really easy. This is going to be awesome. You guys want to know what triggered this whole thing though? So I was just trying to draw mermaids. So I was looking at yoga poses, and I saw this one girl that was like she just bent her back. It was like an L. And I was like, that kind of looks like a heart. And then I applied it to a drawing for myself. And I was like, that little heart shape helped me out a lot. Interesting. And then I started doing it on both sides. I was like, well, maybe if the pelvis is a heart, that works too, by the way. You just have to make sure you leave space for your crotch. But you can do a little heart for your pelvis. And then I was like, oh, I just started doing that with other characters, and it started working, and it started working, and it started working, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm onto something!" And then, sure enough, it was like heart, heart, heart. This could be a heart too. And then I was like, "Oh my god, this really works." And you could even break down your leg muscles into hearts too, by the way, because your leg here, your leg muscles connect like this around your. So, we shall have to call this the lovey-dovey method. Because even look at that, like the heart itself gives you your shape from different perspectives, right? It just works. Lovey-dovey method. Let's try different positions. Let's try like. It helps if you think of this as your. If I think of this as the rib cage or the butt first. If I think about this as the booty, I know that that's going to be the angle of my butt. So then I need to figure out where my shoulders are going to be. And then I have to intersect them. There you go. And then I can have my shoulders. And then I can have my legs over here coming out from my hip holes. And the heart behind the neck creates the boobs. Cool, that works so good! Oh my god! That is so efficient. Oh my god. This is so fun. So let's try again. Let's try like, I'm going to draw the booty. So I'm going to draw the bottom one first. So I know that's going to be my butt. And then I get to decide which way my rib cage is going to go by going from the bottom of my butt through the middle part in whatever direction. So then let's draw the upper heart right here because that's where it ends. And that's going to mean that my shoulders are going to be right here. So that means if my shoulders are here, then my neck and stuff like that have to be in here somewhere. It's another back view. This is the booty. Yeah, this works. This works really good. Wow, guys. Wow, this is like game changer for me. Like this works really freaking easy. Huh. This is just the natural evolution of the beanbag method. Once you get used to volume, like you can't really use this if you don't understand how to rotate a shape though, right? Like if you don't understand, if this is going to be hard for you to comprehend, if you don't understand how to draw this. If you don't know how to draw a beanbag, this is going to be hard for you because you still have to think of it as volume is, right? You still have to think that there's volume there. If you don't see the volume and you start drawing shapes, you're going to end up in a situation where you're only going to be able to draw through that styling. And that's not what we're drawing. We're drawing volume. For each one of these shapes that we're drawing, there's a bunch of volume that gets involved into it. I'm using all my basic shapes to be able to understand how these volumes happen. So this is a slightly more advanced technique than using your volume for your beanbag method. So get used to this one first. Go look up the method. Go learn how to use the beanbag method first. But then once you advance to the point where that becomes easy, come back to this one, because this is actually like, but there has to be a natural progression to it, right? Like you can't just expect to be able to get it immediately without understanding volume. That is just going to be something that I suggest that you practice before you actually try to figure out your body shapes like this all the time. Do you like graffiti? Oh, I love graffiti. Like I'm not going to say that I was ever like a street artist, like a grapher or anything like that, but because I just never really like met people to hang out with that did that. But I've always loved graffiti. It's always been something that I'm fascinated with. And it's just something that I wish that I was better at. I'm just not very good when it comes down to spray paint. I would probably wear a beanie if I was going out to stag. Cover my ear. It would be nice and baggy. My nose is a diamond. I'm looking from the bottom. Then I have my mustache. This is going to take me down up to my eyebrows. Wrap around. This is my cheekbone. And I know that my eyes are going to be closer to the middle part of my face than they are to the edge. So I'm going to draw my eye right here. I draw my eyeball, the entirety of my eyeball. I don't draw the eyelid until later. Like I get to choose what type of eyelid I draw on it to stylize it any way that I want. Right? I get to choose any way that I want to draw my eye. Do I want to draw my eye like this, like this, like this, like this? The styles are endless. I can choose anything I want as long as I understand where an eyeball falls. But I'm going to keep it nice and simple, and I'm going to just make an eyelid from a hemisphere and just draw a dot. I'm also going to draw myself some glasses, following the mask contour of my cheekbones. So now I have myself wearing a beanie. So now let's give ourselves a hoodie. So I know that this is my collarbone. So all I got to do is go around this line that I already drew for my neck. And I have the hood part of my hoodie. Then this is my belly button. So that means that my hips are going to be around here. So this is a shape. This is why I'm telling you volume is important, because my shape still has volume. I'm still drawing on a cylinder. So if I want like a hoodie, I can crinkle it up right here because that's where it's bending. Draw whatever detailing I want on it. I like zip ups. And then we can have our hands doing something. I don't know. What should we draw our hands doing? Well, I just said I like graffiti. So let's draw ourselves with a can of spray paint. Mm-hmm. And then make this look like it got spray painted. Yeah, I used to be a big fanatic of graffiti, but I was just never really good at it. But I absolutely love it. This is where my hand is, my wrist. This is my armhole. So I just need to go from here to here, but it's going into foreshortening. So I know that the front shape needs to be bigger, and I need to shadow it a little bit going in the back so it looks like it's going into the distance. Cool. And then I do enjoy myself a little 420. But in a fancy way. Then I have my hell, like I already have my leg holes, so I get to choose whichever perspective I want to take my legs into. I normally like to do a very like exaggerated foreshortening, but since this is a more graffiti type of, oh, actually, no, I can't. I already drew the hoodie coming forward. So if I wanted to draw the legs going into the different perspective, I would need to change that perspective. So let's do that. Fuck it. I'm going to change the hoodie so that it points forward a little bit so that I can make my super baggy pants and stuff like that from like graffiti stuff. Right? You draw like super big shoes. And then it's like normally like super baggy pants. And I'm going to draw some patches just so you know that I have skinny legs inside of here. Maybe draw some like leg holes just to add some depth. Give myself little details like seams, underwear, little shadows. I do normally wear sleeveless hoodies, so I'm going to give myself a sleeveless hoodie. Cool. So as you guys can see, like graffiti and stuff like that it's just another style that you can play with, right? It doesn't mean that you have to like only draw in that one way the rest of your life. You have the ability to adopt and create anything and anything you feel like. It's cool to look up to people. It's cool to like want to draw like other people. But at the end of the day, you need to make a good effort to be able to render things in a way that makes sense to you. So as much as you guys might look up to the way that I draw, the way I create, the way I connect, remember that the lessons that I'm giving you are meant to be applied to your own styling. They're not meant to be just followed and blindly followed without like questioning it or thinking about what else you can do to improve it. Okay. If you guys are drawing along, if you guys want to learn how to do things like this, most of the lessons that I provide on my channel are meant for people that are barely starting or that they just want to learn how to refine your skills. So you guys can go to all the videos that I do, and most of the time, I do not normally require you to understand absolutely anything before we begin. So feel free to go check out the rest of the stuff on my channel. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go for today. Hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. Hopefully you guys learned something new. This is something that just dawned on me yesterday from just drawing. So I wanted to share it with you guys. I wanted to put it out on the internet so that the whole world has the ability to look at it and actually understand it, and hopefully it helps you guys as well. Have a wonderful day, everybody. You guys are my sketching buddies. And someone suggested that I make little sketching buddy stickers. So I was going to make something that said like sketching buddies, and then have like a pencil and a pen hugging or something like that. And then make that into a sticker. So someone told me that I should do that, or maybe do that and have like a heart, but have like a Mr. Hardy inside the heart or something, inside the pencil. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that'll might come as the first sticker club idea alongside with our boba orca. So we're going to draw a little orca inside of a boba tea. So we're going to have one exactly like this, and we'll have this one as 2 starting off stickers for our sketch club. I will also make the 10 rules for your sketchbook. So I'll make like a sketchbook commandments list that you can stick at the front and to tell you what you should be focusing on in your sketchbooks. That'll be another good one. And then we'll just go from there. So have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you for being my sketch buddies. I like to send you guys with a nice little message at the end of our streams, just so that you guys can go off with a nice, happy heart full of joy, and hopefully with a little bit more positivity in you. So I want you guys to go outside today, and I want you guys to show the world a little bit of kindness. So I want you guys to show the world a little bit of love. So love a little. I want you guys to go out into the world as well and understand that you need to live your life in order to be able to bring joy to other people. So I want you guys to go outside, and I want you guys to live a little. I want you guys to go outside, and I want you guys to go find a really cool person and make them laugh. Therefore, making a new friend and creating some joy out. So I want you guys to laugh a little. And since we are artists, and it is impossible for us to get better without any practice, you need to get out there and you need to draw a lot. Have a wonderful day, everybody. See you guys tomorrow for another lesson. And yeah, take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.